Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to your Astro Dice reading. We're going to be talking about Mars in the Mars and your third house and that Sagittarius energy. So for Aquarius, that's very compatible energy. I'm going to go put you guys on pause, go grab some cards. I'll be right back. Please hit the thumbs up for me and help me with this mysterious algorithm that is YouTube. Okay, Aquarius, your cards are shuffled and selected, and I've called in your spirit guide team, and so we're going to pull some cards and see what we're talking about here. But you guys, one of the decks they pulled for you is the Sacred Rebels. I thought, well, of course they did. What else would I use to describe Aquarian energy? So let's just see what we have going on here. Overall energy is the card of communication. It's the birds. You have the third house. It is about communication, and so that is definitely highlighted coming up here. So, hold on. What? Oh, you guys are thinking about who you're cutting out of communication with, or something that you've made a decision about ending some communication with. Or something that in the past, some situation that you have cut out that you're thinking about bringing in the communication again, but there's an action to it, okay? So we have Mars, right? And so here we have this card of a quick decision up here in what are you thinking about, what are you focusing on, what are you trying to find information about, and some kind of a decision that was made to separate the wheat from the chaff. But the challenge here with the dog of loyalty is it's interesting. To me, this feels almost like, did you make a rash decision and you're second guessing it? Because in the area of resources, you have the choice. The ways, do I go this way or that way? Which way am I directed? But this has to do, so third house. Third house is your siblings, it's your close friends, it's short distance travel, it's communication that's done like with the internet. Like business emails or personal emails, not so much, they could be dating emails also, but they're not really like long distance. It's not about putting stuff out there to get more information, as far as maybe you're looking to get a loan or more information. It's not higher level communication. It's more like daily communication. It's so some kind of a conversation that you would be having on the regular basis there. And this one too. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep pulling cards because the key to the situation here is the flow of abundance. I almost feel like it's a work situation. Like, do you stay or do you go? Are you willing to stay in the situation? Have you been staying at a job or a position because you feel really loyal to it? It feels more career-oriented than family, some kind of a commitment that you have made. Wow, you guys have so much coming out. All right, in the area of transformation, we have this statue, but it's at night and it's frozen in place. It's the masculine energy. It's almost as though the fairies are flying around trying to bring to life something of a status, of a place where you want to feel respected. Whether this is business or personal, I kind of think that could be go either way. I think that could go either way. In the area of what's draining your energy, it's the sitting on go. It's the masculine energy again, wanting to take off, but it's at the starting line and it's draining your energy. It's almost as though one of two things. One, you're like, do I do something about this? How do I do something about this? When's the right time to do something? When do I make my big move? or it's regret and disappointment over a sudden decision that you have made at some point in time, and almost feels like a second guessing of it. So I just realized I didn't grab my water. I'm gonna put you on pause again. I'll be back in just a second. So these other cards that came out, you can manifest your every wish, and here in the action to take, we have a new beginning. So I am recording this on Sunday. What is it? The 24th. On Sunday the 24th. And when you see this, it'll be Wednesday. We will have gone through that eclipse that's happening in about 12 hours. So we're having an eclipse, full moon, lunar eclipse in fellow air sign of Libra. And so this is a nice flow of energy that will help you to make a choice, make a decision. It may feel sudden and quick. Like you might decide just now, right here in the area of ways. And the reason I think this might be about a career matter is because in the area of resources, and this is the house of the fish, and here we have the fish is the key to the situation, you have this choice, this decision. Do I go this way or that way? Look, we got the sun and the moon there. This eclipse coming together is going to allow you to figure out what it is that you need to release and what it is you need to let go of. And then we have a new moon eclipse total. This one, the full moon is a penumbral. It's a shadow that has a shadow. And so even though lots of things will be letting go, it really won't be clear until after we turn the page and step into the new light, the new beginning, right? The new beginning here, this child, the new beginning energy that we get with that full moon new moon solar eclipse, but it's a total eclipse. It is for like 4 minutes. It's a long one too. For like 4 minutes, there are parts of North America here in the United States in particular, that is going to have total darkness. And I have heard from people who have been in these kinds of eclipses, and I'm trying to figure out how to get to a place where I can experience that. They said that during the eclipse, everything goes totally quiet. It is the reset. You know how when there's something going wacky with your computer, what is like the first thing you do? You unplug it to plug it back in. And this is what the whole world's going to be doing. We're going to unplug for 4 minutes, and then we're going to plug back in and reset. New beginning, new opportunity. The question is, what are you committed to in your heart? Here we have this ring of commitment in the heart space. For some of you, you could be choosing around friends, or you could be choosing around a companionship. This does not look like a love relationship to me. I could be wrong for some of you. It might have something to do with that. But when the outcome card is this tower, and in Lenormand, the tower signifies seeing things from a higher vantage point. It signifies sometimes a government entity, like if you work for a large government, it's protection. But the way this one is set up, it's not so much of a fortress. It's more like a lookout tower. It's elevation. It's elevating your status, which this little guy here in the garden card here, the community, he is on a pedestal. He's elevated, but he's frozen. It's almost like you've topped out at some kind of a glass ceiling and you'd like to elevate a little higher in some area of your life. And so I feel like this eclipse is going to bring around a very quick decision. The challenge, maybe you really like the people you work with. You really like the place you live. You really like a lot of things about whatever it is you're about to cut out, because we have nostalgia. The nostalgia card, though, says focus on the here and the now. Where are you right now and what is important? And we have this card, the escapist. Come home to yourself. Come home to yourself. What in your heart are you really truly committed to? Come home to yourself. And we have the stars. You can manifest your every wish. And so there's something here really important that you wanted to do. Then we have here the perfection of your life. It looks like a world card, kind of, right? But this is really, yeah, okay. It's the flower of life, but it kind of looks like a seed, the way it's set up there. Like it's pushing things forward. And see the elevation of the mountain that is pictured there in the tallness of the trees, kind of like the Tower card. And then here we go into more of this energy of the sacred geometry of the flower of life. We have dream a beautiful dream. We have Venus, which is the flower of life energy, currently in Neptune. I'm not Neptune, in Pisces with Neptune. There's nothing going on in Sag right now. And so I almost feel like this arrow here, okay, if you're an Aquarius rising, Sagittarius would be your 11th house of groups and communities. So for some of you, that's why that showed up. For others of you, it almost feels like your philosophy of life, your higher learning, the elevation that you take, all the Sagittarius house things. And so it might be things that are related to your ninth house. House matters. Choices in education. Education is not always formal. Sometimes it's learning a new skill, doing a deep dive, randomly over the weekend, going down the rabbit hole and learning something. It could be something like that. But it has to do with your philosophy and your belief system. And Mars says, take action on it. Mars says, take action. Mars says, okay, you were wondering when it's time to go. It'll be over the course of these next 4 weeks or so. Because this eclipse is going to allow you to disengage, the first one, to disengage. And the second one in April on the 8th is going to allow you to start moving forward, although Mercury in retrograde may make you feel like not so fast. And yet you are moving forward. Mercury stations direct. You think I'd have this memorized by now. I talk about it enough. So much going on with these eclipses, though. Mercury stations direct, I want to say around the 18th. Here it is, on the 25th. So, a month from when I'm recording this. So, yeah, it'll be the next 4 to 6 weeks, because it'll take it a couple weeks. I think it gets out of its storm on the 5th of May, and so on May 7th we get a new moon that is not an eclipse, and that might be where you really feel like things are going. But look, you've got free from judgment and free to love. And I want to pull a card on that because they actually sent you notes from the universe, and I was like, you're the only one that they have actually sent what I consider one of my love decks. Okay, so free from judgment, free to love. And so what other people think about the choices and the decision that you're making, whatever arena you are taking in. Look, you also have this card here that says releasing allegiances. That's this first eclipse. This is about the commitment that you're making to you and what it is that you want and where it is that you want to go from here. There's a lot of cards here trying to sneak out. I am going to just check in with Spirit before I... Okay. This one, the first one that came out, it's this right here. It's the new beginning. Do something new, something different. Ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? Thank goodness I'm you. The universe is saying you are connected. This flower of life, these global things here. Like, if something isn't working for you in your life in the way you would like it to be, the nostalgia card says focus on what you're doing right now. Keep yourself busy. Do something. Take some kind of action that you enjoy. Do something that's fun. Make the choice and the decision based on what brings the joy and the happiness. If you don't like where you're working, and some other job may be less paid, but would still pay the bills, and it would satisfy your heart more because it might give you more free time to do other things or whatever. There might be something like that, right? It's like sometimes we get a job, someone took a risk on us and they gave us that first job and we've worked there for a long time, but you're not growing anymore. You've hit the ceiling either on pay or in developing your skills, or you're just freaking bored, and there's nothing worse than a bored Aquarian. It might be time to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I've learned so much from you, but I want to expand my world. I want to go and try something new, and I hope that you will understand and support me in my new adventure. It might be time for you just to release and let go. And this one says you have more options than you realize. So again, I think for many of you, this has more to do with career, but for some of you, it may be about love. Okay, some of you may have been in a relationship for a long time, and you're just staying in it because it's comfortable, because change is uncomfortable. Not because you're really enjoying it, not because it really feeds your soul in any way anymore. You may have outgrown it. It doesn't mean it's horrible. I think when things are really horrible, most people leave anyway. It feels more like it's just not satisfying my soul and the growth of my soul and the direction I want to move in. So it is, it sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And so for those of you who are struggling, love yourself first. Oh my God, it really does. For some of you, this change is really hard to make because there's nothing really wrong. There's nothing really wrong at the job you're at. There's nothing really wrong with the relationship you're in, except that it no longer allows you to stretch and grow. It doesn't allow, you're stuck. You feel frozen in place and you want to feel alive again. You want to feel like you're growing, like you're soaring. And so this is a very challenging time for you to make a decision to move in a new direction when you really can't point to something and go, this is the thing, this is why I have to leave, this isn't working. Because it's not that. It just doesn't fit you anymore, because as a spiritual being, as a human being, you've outgrown something. So, that's tough. But I do think the eclipses are here to make it easier. So lean into the energy, and I wish you a lot of success with this. I'm on Facebook every day. We look at the astrology intuitively. I pull cards for that. So come and join me for that. If you're a member of my Facebook group and you comment in the video, then you're in the drawing every month that I do for a free reading. So that might be something of interest to you. Thank you for supporting this channel with your thumbs up. And I will see you soon, so make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when your video is uploaded. You guys take good care. It's a big choice. It's a big choice, but you can do this.